In this episode of Turf Toe Show, we talk about the Super Bowl that just happened. We talk about who's a better quarterback, Brett Favre or Tom Brady, and we still talk. About the comparison. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Jesus.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Turf Toe Show presented by TurfToeShow.com.
Yes, sir.
I am not a Super Bowl winning receiver this year since I was on the Vikings and we got taken out by the Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm here with Glowman and Avalanche. And we would like to extend a very hearty congratulations to the bum-ass fans of the Philadelphia Eagles because you guys do not deserve to have a Super Bowl championship because you obviously don't know how to act. A bunch of bums burning your own city down. But I digress.
I guess blame it on excitement, I guess. Yeah.
Who climbs a light pole?
I mean,
People
the
don't
city,
win.
the city had to grease the light poles.
That's
to
what I'm
keep
saying.
people from climbing them, and they still.
But the preparation, I mean, there were people, and they knew this was coming.
Dude, they were
Right,
rioting.
yeah, they knew this was coming.
They rioted during the Democratic National Convention. Who riots during a political convention?
Well, people do that all the time.
Yeah.
The G8 summit, the Republican National Convention, any of those Republican or any of those political summits.
I mean, I guess if you pay taxes, I mean, I guess you can riot.
Is it a prerequisite?
It's
for
my-
rioting?
I mean, yeah, you don't riot if you don't pay taxes.
It is my right.
But
Sorry,
I
Leslie.
mean, maybe. Sorry, Leslie. Sorry, Snipes. I mean, they knew it was coming. They're a team that doesn't win often. Like you said before, when they came out, it looked like another game for the Patriots, but the Eagles were
hyped.
They were hyped up. You know, they were ready. They wanted this. So when you haven't been there in a while, and you really aren't used to it, I guess that you don't act like you've been there because you haven't.
Right.
So
I know. Go ahead.
I mean, this was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was
No
actually.
one expected this to happen. I mean, don't be wrong. But you guys picked the Patriots, right? Both of y'all? Or did you pick the Eagles?
I picked the Eagles because I didn't want the Patriots to win.
I picked the Eagles. The smart choice would have been to pick the Patriots because they've been there fucking 20 times in the past 20 years. No, they've been there...
10 times, right?
10 times.
10 times in history and 8 times since Belichick and Brady's been there.
Yes. Real quick, interesting stat because Broncos for life, Broncos fan. The Patriots and the Broncos are now tied in a very special category. They both lost the same amount of Super Bowls. So,
Is that why you're not wearing your hat?
No, I'm wearing it because I want to show off the Denver. Hoping that's in the camera.
But it's not even. It's like pointed upwards.
I guess it says Denver on the brim.
No, look.
Oh,
It's
okay.
got the skyline.
Did you buy it that way, or did you actually have to go?
It came that way. It came that way.
That's dedication.
I saw it. I had to buy it.
Like cash money.
I mean, yeah.
How much you want?
But who's tied for the most Super Bowls in history, even before it was called the Super Bowl?
Do y'all even have a quarterback right now?
It's either going to be Trevor Siemian.
I'm talking about the Packers.
Oh, who are we talking about?
You need to have a
Who are we
quarterback
talking
right now.
I heard they're going to trade Aaron Rodgers, but I digress.
They're not trading Aaron Rodgers. If he wants to leave, that's one thing.
Right.
But they're not going to trade him willingly. No,
Willingly.
that trade button is like a fantasy where you can't even do it. Like, where let you trade, can't drop, can't trade. They're not gonna do that. No.
So my thing with that whole game, it was like Nick Foles and Tom Brady both showed up because I think they threw for like a record or something like that, like the most passing yards forever.
Yeah.
Nick Foles threw for 373, and Tom Brady threw for 505 yards.
505 yards is still lost.
Spent a lot of that in the playoffs.
But my thing is, I was like, if you look at the totality of the circumstances, right? Cooks went down, right? Like it was a vicious hit. I mean,
Legal hit.
it was legal. But it was vicious. I'll give it
He
that.
should have been.
He was a runner.
He was a runner that ran backwards and then came back forward. He ran a circle and then just got blindsided when he came.
No,
out.
he got blindsided, right? That's
came
the
out
new
of the
version of blindside.
Totally his fault.
Then Tom Brady obviously doesn't work on his catching
Yeah.
because
Should have had two blows on.
should have laid out for that, you know. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Then the kickers were just horrible. I mean, whoever was supposed to hold that extra point was just horrible.
Yeah.
And it's not like that was somebody new. It's like a guy that's been on the team forever.
Nerves.
Like they practice that.
Nerves.
Nerves. I mean, you've been there before.
Well, the Eagles missed something too.
But I'm saying for the
Yeah.
Patriots, I mean, like you've been there, and it's like that defense was just so bad.
Oh, that was a given though. I hadn't expected the defenses not to show. Well,
there really wasn't defense on either side.
No, especially since he threw for 505 yards on him.
Right.
I mean,
but they did enough to hold him down. I mean,
I don't know. He threw 505, but how much of that really was like? I mean, the play calling schemes that were drawn up for the Patriots were great on offense. Like you had guys getting open.
Oh yeah.
Like the flats were like the deep flats were wide open. I'm like, how the hell are you doing that? How are you throwing a 15-yard ball and no one's even anywhere near you?
But I mean, on the other side, so was it? It was the same thing for the Eagles.
No, they were deep balls. Those guys were there.
I think the Eagles' running game is what really helped them out.
Yeah,
because when Ajayi and Blunt got the rolling, it was hard to stop those guys.
I mean, Ajayi had 14 for 90 and the one rushing TD, and Ajayi had 9 for 57.
But I think once they committed to the run, I mean, then it just opened Nick Foles up and he just started dumping those little short passes.
I mean, their highest rusher for the Patriots was James White, 7 for 45 and 1 TD.
Who?
James White.
White, he's in the playoff. He comes alive in the playoffs, man.
He usually does.
He does like the most career touchdowns in the playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. Oh.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest surprises of the night was Corey Clement, the running back slash. Well, I guess he's
a third down back. He's their all hands back.
Yeah, but he only had 3 carries for 8 yards, but had 4 receptions for 100 yards and a touchdown.
Dang. That one long break.
That one
yard. Oh yeah, he's their pass catcher for
which. Speaking of catches, I mean there were some.
No.
There were some iffy catches in this game. Don't get me wrong. The Zach Ertz game-winning touchdown catch that he had, that was a catch. I had no issue with that.
I had an issue with that one.
I had no issue with that
one. How many steps do you have to take before you're a runner?
He was 5 yards out of the end zone.
I have an issue with that.
And then dove into the end zone.
I have an issue with that because if that's a catch, then Dez was a catch.
No,
then if that was a catch, then the one with the Steelers game was a catch.
No, because that one actually, he didn't take steps. He actually caught it just like Dez did. He caught it and extended. He did not catch it and run 3 steps.
I don't think he really ran. I think he kind of tripped. Nah. It was more of a trip.
And he actually had possession of the ball.
He got tripped after the 3 steps. That's when he got tripped.
And Jesse, his was like a catch extend.
All I know is if Gronk did that and they gave it to him, it would be a congressional hearing right now.
Yeah. That's just Patriots. They get those calls. But no, Dez was not a catch either because same thing applies. He took 1 step and then fell to the end zone and it bounced up, which they don't call completions.
Right.
So, nah.
But when the ball came out and he bounced up and re-caught it, he already broke the plane, so it would have been a touchdown anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't like that ref that was out there.
Yeah, I did not. Oh my God.
He was just smiling the whole time. I'm just like, what are you smiling for, my guy? Like,
he's having a good time, bro.
Ed Hockley should have been out there.
He's at the Super Bowl.
No, man, I don't like that smirking guy, man. I don't trust him.
I got my index card.
He did call a fair game, though. I was so...
Yeah, there was a lot of calls. I was like, oh, you didn't call that? All right, cool, whatever.
You know, he let him play. I mean, I guess he was getting some flack for that index card thing, but...
He brought it with him. He had it. And I'm just like, dude, like, really?
It's like his symbolism to him now. But, no, I think that catches were all legit. The Corey Clement catch was a catch. They say
talking about the back of the end zone?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a catch.
It was.
That wasn't a catch. He was out of bounds.
He didn't.
That one, it was hard to tell because he had the ball, he took a step, it looked like it moved, and his next step was it inbounds or was it out of bounds?
Well, it was
it was right there.
According to Chris Collinsworth.
It was out.
It was out.
Okay, but they touched
because he bitched about it for like 10 minutes.
Right.
They touched in before, and also I would say that because what was it ruled on the field?
Oh, it was a touchdown. I mean,
touchdown. So yeah, they had to overturn it. They had to find evidence.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, especially in that point in the game, I'd be like, all right, whatever, guys. You should have played better.
Yeah. I mean,
he threw it between like 3. It was 3 defenders there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, none of you touched that ball. Like, yeah, it's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
Or if Belichick would have played a certain somebody.
That would have helped.
Speaking of that, there appears to be a lot of controversy surrounding the Malcolm Butler situation. As far as I know, nothing has been completely confirmed, but there's a lot of rumor out there. Apparently, the rumor is starting with the fact that he had flu-like symptoms going into the week and didn't show up with the team. He missed opening day because he was sick. Then, building on that, appears maybe he had a rough couple days in practice, stemming from probably being sick and not being with the team to begin with, to going to sometime a couple days before the Super Bowl was actually supposed to happen. it's believed that he violated a curfew. And then some of the rumors stemming from the curfew issue were saying that he came back smelling like weed. By the curfew, came back smelling like weed, and then argued with the coaches about it in the hotel. So, like I said, none of this has been confirmed. This is all speculation and rumor. But Ian Rappaport tweeted yesterday, my understanding is the benching of Patriots cornerback Malcolm Butler happened because of perfect storm of issues, sickness, a rough week of practice, and a minor rule violation believed to be related to the curfew, a complicated matter. But that was their best defensive player for the most part. I mean, he only missed one game this year prior to this? Or did he play?
I think he played everything. I think
he started every game.
Yeah.
98% of the snaps, you start the quarter. I see there needs to be some discipline there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. I think that.
I guess he's sending a message, though.
He's sending a message. I get that. But, you can send that message in a way by he can win you that Super Bowl and you trade him.
That's how they send messages for the Patriots. So, like, you either toe the line or you're done. You don't play. You don't get the chance to do it.
And that's fine. He has stuck to his guns and it cost him a Super Bowl. Because Butler, it's not like, okay, I mean, yes, he does need to be at practice, of course. But it ain't like he don't know the scheme. It wasn't like he didn't just save you 3 years ago in this exact same situation. It wasn't like the moment's too big for him.
No, he knows exactly what to do after he's been there.
And you got some conduct issues. Okay, well, you can hit him with team fine. You can hit him with player fine. You can do a lot of things. You can discipline him. Or you can exit the Super Bowl, but we're trading you because we don't have time for mess like that. Like that's not below the Patriots. They'll do that. You win them something, they'll lose you. And so I don't know. I don't think.
I think Belichick's sending a message to the ownership because you forced him to trade his quarterback, and now he's showing you like nobody's above me, not playing them. I run things around here, and he's like that's what I was saying earlier. Like I think he knew that they were going to lose that Super Bowl just on the defensive play alone because I always think Matt Patricia's not a good defensive coach, but. It just seemed like he took out their best player, their best shot of actually stopping Nick Foles, and he's like, he pretty much threw that. I mean, like he literally showed no emotion that entire game.
Well, but he hasn't shown emotion in general.
Dude, I mean, last year in the playoffs, I mean, he showed emotion, but this year it was just like nothing.
But see, I don't know if I necessarily like that narrative because then it takes away from the fact that the Eagles did beat these guys.
Oh, I gotta give it the Eagles everything they won.
Yeah, but you don't want to hear that the Patriots tanked it or that Bill Belichick had an ulterior motive like, just to, fuck you to Robert Kraft.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I'm the boss.
It's not. I mean, you make him trade his projected next franchise quarterback because you're so in love with the current quarterback who was missing some throws. Brady still was Brady for the most part, but some of those throws, it was funny. Yeah, he was some catches as well. I look at it like, well, yeah, the Eagles did beat them, and I would say there was one play that changed that fumble. Brady would have marched down that field and scored on them.
Oh yeah, they were going to.
Yeah,
hell, he almost scored on the last drive.
Exactly.
The defense wasn't stopping. That was the biggest defensive play of the whole game. That was the only time the defense showed up, really. I think that and the 4th and goal. Wildcat.
The aggressive mentality finally pays off. Maybe other people will take this further. Maybe other coaches will be like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't ever let up off the gas.
Right, let's not get conservative after that. Just because we
play it safe, guys. Man, that's how you lose.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that was. I think the fact that they ran that play was one of the greatest parts of the game because the Patriots had essentially ran that same play, a couple of drives prior, and it didn't work. So I mean that could have stopped them from calling that play. Like, they ran it, didn't work. Do we really want to try it? But no, it was 4th and goal. They knew they had to score. They couldn't stop being aggressive. So they ran the play. And it worked perfectly. Nick Foles sold it perfectly and caught the pass, caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl.
I mean, he was a basketball player.
I mean, he was also wide open.
And the thing with him is he actually looked it in. Like, I don't know if you actually watched how that was textbook, look it in and then bring it in. None of this fancy stuff like, one-handed snap. No.
Oklahoma did the same thing against Georgia. That was the same exact play. Baker Mayfield caught the touchdown. So.
I mean, but that's one of the many points in the game that kept the Eagles on the right path to beating the hated Patriots of New England. It's America. Yeah, another controversy or so, or controversy you could say that came out of the game in regards to the Patriots was, did Tom Brady snub Nick Foles? Super Bowl handshake.
Is this really a story?
This is always a story. This is literally all.
A Super Bowl, like really?
Did they shake?
No. I turned the game off right after the Eagles won. All right, done.
First off, they did not shake. They did not shake hands. But Nick Foles like, whatever. I look for him, but I want to go find my family. Get a Super Bowl ring and touch the trophy and all that stuff. He's really the one who's been talking about it. But honestly, the real reason I only bring it up is because I listened to some other radio stations and things like that were talking about the situation. And they brought up some good points in regards to when the Broncos played the Panthers a couple years in the Super Bowl, and Cam Newton walked off the field without shaking anybody's hands. He was called a thug. He was called a crybaby. I mean, well, they call him, they call him Brady a crybaby also, but he was called a thug and someone that shouldn't be part of the league just because he didn't shake hands. But people are kind of covering for Brady in the fact that, it was busy, there's so much going on, he just lost track. He didn't know. He didn't know where to go. He didn't know where Nick Foles was.
He's not used to that position.
Yeah.
He's only used to it when Eli does it to him.
He's getting off the field.
Right, he's used to staying on the field, so he didn't know.
It's like, Eli wasn't here. What are you talking about?
It just, to me, it was kind of highlighting a little bit of a double standard.
I mean, it's the Patriots, though. I mean,
yeah.
I think what's more important is the fact that Kevin Hart couldn't get on that stage.
That was hilarious.
I'm like, what makes you think that you're allowed to go up here on the stage after these guys beat the crap out of each other for 40 minutes, and you think you're just going to get up there and take their shine from them? Like, dude, what are you doing?
Just because you're a comedian from Philly.
I was like, I've been a lifelong Philly fan. I've been rocking with the Eagles since I was a kid. No, dude, like, you didn't do anything. Like, you don't deserve to be up there. Like, there's no reason. Like, I'm glad that somebody caught that on film, like him getting denied to go on stage.
Well, did you see him crash the postgame show?
Yeah. And I'm like, I hope he's never back on the NFL Network ever again.
They'll have him back. They'll have him back.
Oh, the stuff Charles Barkley says, come on.
Right.
Like, he'll be him and Shaq.
I mean, it's different with Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley kind of knows what he's talking about. Kevin Hart was just like, fuck it.
Right, but that's what they want, though. They want that element of comedy and levity and stuff like that for their broadcast. But
that's what you got Deion Sanders for.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, that's so true.
Speaking of Deion, you don't want to hit this blunt.
You don't want to hit this blunt. They do not want to hit that blunt.
They did not.
Man, that open field tackle that one cat had on him. Like, it wasn't like a pretty tackle. It was just enough to slow him down.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, dude, you're lucky you got there. Cause
yeah, man. He was going. That's crazy. Back-to-back Super Bowls. With
him and Chris Long.
Yeah. Different teams, but, I mean, that's insane. That is insane.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the running back. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened with the Patriots with this. To be honest, like I think, it sucks. What's funny, but it sucks that Patricia's headed to the Lions now, who've had a problem with defense, and he's gonna go there and be the head coach. I really think they should have kept my man's, and they're gonna regret that.
Because he got Lions, and then Josh McDaniels is going to the Colts.
Josh McDaniels is going to destroy the Colts.
That is such a.
Josh McDaniels is not a good coach.
No.
He should never be a head coach.
No. Stay an OC. You be a good OC.
Yep.
Stay OC.
Coach should have done some research before they hired
The Colts, Jim Irsay is an idiot. I mean,
no, I agree. He is an idiot. That's probably why he hired Josh McDaniels.
Yeah,
if I can't get Bill Belichick, I'll get the next best thing.
Which isn't. He's going to go in there. He's going to take control of the team. He's going to make everything go through the head coach. He's going to alienate the team, alienate the fans. He's going to lose good coaches because they don't want to work with him. And then he'll go back to the Patriots because it's all part of their master diabolical plan to take out all the other teams in the AFC. So they can win Super Bowls.
I mean, that's a theory. I mean, I just want to know if they can get Garoppolo back.
Nah, he's about to sign a long-term deal with the 49ers.
He may not, though.
If I was him, I would sign it.
I would
sign it.
I would.
Because now you're no longer in Tom Brady's shadow. I mean...
What do you mean? Tom Brady's on his way out, bro.
Tom Brady's talking about playing for another 2 years.
Tom Brady is not playing.
He's about to go work on his pliability and his catching.
Yeah, he's going to rearrange his cells in his body.
He's going to work with Antonio Brown to get his hands better.
He is one blown tackle, one assignment from being done with the game forever. He is blown up for real. He take a Brandon Cooks hit and it's over.
Honestly, think about this though. So why would I want to go back to the Patriots, knowing that the owner doesn't like me because he forced them to trade me, knowing all the defense is just garbage, knowing that all the inner turmoil that goes on with that team, even though it stays within the organization itself half the time.
I want to be with Belichick.
I would rather go be with the young hotshot offensive genius.
I would too.
And just chill in California. I would rather be in the sunshine than in the cold New England.
That way he can build his own legacy.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, he can build it himself. He's not going to be trying to fill the shoes of Tom Brady or fill the shoes all the.
Because they're going to compare him to him regardless.
Yeah.
So, I mean, might as well go out to the 49ers. If you fail, you fail. If you don't, you don't.
Go to the 49ers and never be anything, basically.
I mean, Joe Montana was something.
No, and never be anything.
I mean,
you will not. He won't. Okay. All right.
Look at all the money that the 49ers have.
The 49ers won games with Brian Hoyer. I mean,
how many games did they win with Brian Hoyer? 2.
I mean, they won games with Jimmy Garoppolo too.
It's more than 0.
Yeah, they won a ton with him.
I'm just saying.
Because he's actually good. Because he's been
That's
developed.
That's what they say with the 49ers.
He's been developed. What was he? What, did the 49ers make him good? No, they didn't. Who made him good? The Pats. Why would you not go back to who made him good with the best coach? You go to the NFC where there are tons. They're loaded with good quarterbacks. They're loaded with better
who are on their
defenses.
way out.
I'm sorry. So what? On their way out? How?
Russell Wilson is also one hit from being dead.
Is he going to retire?
Aaron Rodgers, one hit from being dead.
These guys are...
Matt Ryan, one hit from being dead.
Yeah, and they
Drew
all have at
Brees,
least
one
5
hit from
years.
being dead.
That could be... Anybody be one hit from being dead depending on how you get hit. Those guys, no, he will still be a non-factor for at least another 5 years. And you got somebody a little further south that is better than you. The Rams.
So if they make the playoffs next year, you going to say the same thing?
They're not making the play. They're not even making it out of their division.
But they have a chance. They can build.
Oh my God.
You're saying they can't build with Garoppolo. Okay, what if he goes back, hypothetically, he goes back to the 49ers.
Okay.
Brady's gone. Say Brady just decides.
You saying go back to 49ers or go back to Patriots?
Go back to the Patriots.
Okay.
And Brady, he retires this year. He's like, I'm done.
All right.
I've done all this work. I'm done. I don't want to play no more.
Okay.
Belichick leaves.
See, now you're throwing it off. That's the whole reason he goes back. It's for Belichick.
But why? But
Belichick
you were just talking earlier. You were talking earlier about Belichick.
If Garoppolo doesn't go back, I'm all about Belichick should leave and start over. Hell,
But
go anywhere. Go to come to Green Bay, bro. Like really, I mean, think about it. Like if Garoppolo goes because Belichick would stay. Obviously, Garoppolo's not going to go to New England. If Belichick's not there. Why would you do that?
Okay.
Like
good.
so, and then that scheme. I mean, I think Belichick didn't want to lose him. And the way he looks, he looks like a young Brady when he throws that ball,
Well, I think
man.
Belichick made the call to get him traded to the 49ers.
Belichick,
He knew where he was sending him.
He knew he had no choice.
Hey, but don't they got Brian Hoyer back there?
Yeah, Brian
Bro,
Hoyer.
you really,
If the scheme is that good, Brian Hoyer should be just fine.
okay, Hoyer. No, Hoyer's no. They got no.
They're going to trade him and get Baker Mayfield, so it'll be all right.
You know what?
No.
They're going to trade Tom Brady.
They need. I mean, I would have.
That's like...
I would have. Then when he retires, sign him back to a one-day deal so he can retire as a Patriot.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd be like, nah.
No, that's messed up. I guarantee you the Steelers do that for Harrison. I bet you're looking at Harrison like,
He'd be like...
You let your team.
Well, the thing, Antonio Brown was talking trash to him. He's like, how many rings do you have?
Damn.
Because he got drafted the year after they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Who did? Oh, Brown.
Yeah, Brown has 0.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Gravel should go somewhere else. San Fran has a hot shot, head coach now, but there's really no talent on that offense.
I see him
But
going
that's
to...
the thing though with their building. They have a lot of money available to go out.
The Browns had a lot of money available too.
Well, it's also the Browns, and they don't know what to do with that money. They can't send faxes.
Yeah, no.
I think it worked out for them that they didn't send that fax now
It might.
because now Captain Kirk's on the market, Nick Foles is about to be on the market.
Oh my God, Kirk Cousins is not going to go to the Browns.
If I honestly,
And let them sign Nick Foles. It's not going to be
A Super Bowl winning quarterback, why wouldn't they sign him? Like,
yeah, but that's
Foles
he's not.
is not.
He's not that guy.
He's not. He's actually. He's thrown a lot of picks too. If you look at his progressions are not that good. He can you dumb it down because you have the talent for it. He can really he can cut you apart.
Hey man, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback now. First ballot Hall of
He's definitely
Famer.
not Hall of Fame. He's just gonna no.
He's just good at running.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
He's just good at running.
Who
RPOs.
got him there?
RPOs.
Wentz got him there, which is also in the NFC. But if Aaron Rodgers wins, apparently any Vikings quarterback, you got the Rams. Atlanta's still there.
Atlanta's garbage.
You still have
Atlanta is garbage.
Let's do what you said. Atlanta's garbage.
They are garbage.
Oh my gosh.
How are they? They've never been good.
God.
They have never been good. What have they done?
Always had offensive firepower.
And what has that got them?
To the Super Bowl last year.
And what happened with that?
This year.
And what happened with that?
And playoffs
and
again.
what happened with that?
Oh my God!
And what happened with that?
Matter. Don't even go to playoffs. Doesn't even matter. You're right. If you don't go win the Super Bowl, your season sucks.
It does.
Trash.
What was the point of playing? What was the point of playing?
You make, forget all the stats, forget everything else.
Stats don't mean anything if you have nothing to show for it. Hey, I got all these intangibles and all these stats. I have so many receiving yards.
So that means Antonio Brown sucks because he wasn't in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, he's garbage.
All right.
He's garbage.
Okay.
You know who's better than him? Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith has 2 rings.
Okay, right.
Jacoby Brissett.
When last time Torrey Smith had a Pro Bowl?
Was that?
Well, I don't remember last time Torrey Smith had a Pro Bowl.
Doesn't matter. He has 2 rings. What's the Pro Bowl have?
Wow.
You get a flannel shirt, you know, whatever.
Right, so I guess it means nothing then. Super Bowl or bust, apparently.
Exactly. Right. Why else play the game?
Right.
Who wants to be?
To make millions of dollars and do a sport you love.
I mean, I'd rather get the ring and still make millions of dollars. Like, oh, you played 15 years, you got your head crushed in for what?
Millions of dollars. What do you mean? There's a lot of athletes are like, yo, I don't care if I win a Super Bowl or not. I came from nothing and now I'm a millionaire. Like, they'll be like, all right, yeah, so what? A Super Bowl would have been cool, but I'm still rich.
See, that mindset is the reason why they won't win a Super Bowl.
No, the reason why if Garoppolo stays in San Fran, he will never see a Super Bowl. Ever. Ever.
I mean, he saw one last year.
Yes, and where?
And they won.
And where?
But I mean, he's been there, done that.
And okay, so now he wants.
It's just like Carson Wentz. He has a Super Bowl now, so I mean.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. He got him there, didn't finish it. I'm just saying that.
I mean, it's not really his fault.
The NFC is too loaded with too many good quarterbacks, and for him to be on a team that's not going to.
The NFC is garbage.
I mean, taking it back to Nick Foles.
Gosh,
he got hot. He did what he had to do to get his team to win the Super Bowl, to win even a game in the playoffs as a backup quarterback. It just so happened he turned out to be Super Bowl MVP because he played like an MVP. But he's not the guy that's going to be able to come in and start on another team as a Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback and be what you want him to be. He's not going to come out there and be a Joe Montana or a John Elway or a Drew Brees or a Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he's
a safe backup. He's a safe backup.
He's a safe backup. And the Eagles would be smart to keep a Super Bowl MVP as their backup.
Absolutely.
As their rise with Carson Wentz continues. But
why do that when you just get trade bait and get more weapons? Because you got Peterman back there.
What?
They got a Peterman back there.
Who?
Oh, no, Sudfield. I'm thinking Sudfield.
yeah, I'm like, what?
Honestly, you can trade for all these other weapons when maybe it's the scheme itself. Because the coach was a backup quarterback himself to who?
Yeah.
The Browns.
Brett Favre. Thank you.
Oh, so is that...
He played for the Browns, bro.
Oh, he didn't. He played with the backup to Brett Favre.
You talking about the coach for the Eagles?
Yes.
He played for the Browns.
All right, bro. Let's look it up right now.
I'm telling you, he played for the Browns in 2000.
Look it up right now. Let's look it up right now.
Got you.
Please.
Like, I'm dead ass. He played for the Browns in 2000.
So he never played for the Packers ever.
I'm not saying he didn't play for the Packers. I'm saying he played for the Browns.
He was a backup.
And he
for
played
Brett
under
Favre.
Bill Belichick.
He was a backup for Brett Favre. I'm telling you right now. They had Brett Favre talking about the Super Bowl. Why else would Brett Favre be there?
Because Brett Favre has nothing else better to do than sell Wrangler jeans and copper fit.
You mean make money off advertising those things? Like, let me tell you, like, he tries to word it in a way like it's like downgraded. And it's like, oh, you mean making money off these things? Like, oh my goodness. Look at that.
All right.
Look at that. Would you look at that?
So 1 year Philly, 1 year Miami, 1 year in Cleveland, 7 years...
What year was he in Cleveland?
This is not broken down very well.
It seemed like he went to Cleveland after Green Bay, though. He was 7 years in Green Bay, then he was 1 year Cleveland, 1 year Miami.
Yeah, he was the
1
starter
year
in
Philly.
Cleveland. And he played under Bill Belichick. Therefore, he knew his scheme. That's how he knew how to beat him. He waited 18 years to do it.
I'm pretty sure the scheme changed from when he was in the Browns. He was at the Browns, bro. I'm pretty sure
It's
it
possible.
ain't the same.
It's possible.
I'm pretty
It's possible
sure.
to change.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, he was a backup quarterback himself to a Hall of Fame. Great
Okay,
quarterback.
96 to 98, Green Bay.
You know what's crazy? That's I think when Brett Favre won MVP 3 years in a row.
And how many times did Brett Favre win the Super Bowl?
Who cares?
He got beat by the...
He went once. He went twice. Won one.
That's
Lost
right.
to John Elway.
That's right.
Another Hall of Fame quarterback.
Lost to John Elway. All right, so speaking of greatest of all time, GOATs, things like that, a couple weeks ago, prior to the Super Bowl, ESPN and a couple other media outlets, they were talking about a comparison between Tom Brady and Michael Jordan as being the best players in their respective sports of all time. I think, one, it's for a Super Bowl conversation and drum up news and stuff like that. It's better to talk about this after the Super Bowl, now that we know the outcome, that the Patriots lost and stuff like that. Also, shout out to one of our listeners for asking us to talk about this idea.
Big worm.
Yep. But, I mean, what do y'all think? Now that the Super Bowl's over, now that Tom Brady has lost his game, is it right to have a comparison between Michael Jordan and Tom Brady?
I don't think so. I don't think it's because it's two totally different sports.
Yeah.
And the fact is, I think Tom Brady is the best at his position. Mm-hmm. And I think that, I mean, it's just two totally different sports. You can't compare the two.
Is he the best at his position, or is it okay? What upsets me sometimes is, people like to say you're the greatest because you've won the most, versus are you actually the best? Because I mean, Tom Brady doesn't have all the records. Peyton Manning's record still stands there. Brett Favre still has records that still stand, but Brady has won the most, and that scheme, that franchise has done the most. And then you look at it on the other hand. Personally, when Jordan did all that, I mean, Phil Jackson may not be the best coach, but he just knew how to handle certain types of players. So,
I think the competition they put against actually elevated Jordan's game.
Absolutely. The competition more so, because Phil Jackson just knew how to deal with Kobe. He knew how to deal with those legendary, super high-profile egos and all that in the locker room, and that's what makes a good basketball coach. Because the schemes, I mean, you got other people that can do that, and the schemes change. Matchups change. It's different. But in football, your identity is your identity.
Yeah.
And so Belichick maybe uplift. I won't argue that Belichick's the greatest coach. He's definitely the greatest coach. I mean, I would be biased at Lombardi, will, this and that. That's a totally different ballgame. Now, the game has changed. Belichick's the best. Brady is not the greatest athlete of all time. No. Especially after that. And
they're talking about his age. I'm like, nah. I mean, he decided to play that long. I mean, he should have retired at the top.
You can't blame he gets older and then maybe he's still the best. It's just he dropped that because he's older. Just because he's old.
He didn't really even turn to look at the ball. He just kind of.
The dude can barely run.
He's not really. He's not really that fast.
But I honestly thought when they brought up that whole argument between Jordan and Brady, I'm just it's just something to drum up more attention for the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, it's completely different sports, and it takes a lot more stamina and athleticism to run up and down that court and jump and dunk and take elbows and you know.
Oh, he was taking elbows, all right.
Yeah.
Them Pistons came at him.
He was getting hit. Like Jordan was getting hit and still just murdering.
Yeah, he was
destroying teams.
Flu game.
Yeah, right? When he showed up, and when he went to the finals, he couldn't miss, and that's
right. Michael Jordan was a dude that was in the Olympics playing 36 holes of golf and drinking every night, and then going out and destroying other countries on court.
Which doesn't really say much. I mean, really, there's not their hardest competition is what, Spain and
Yeah, this was before all the international players started playing for Coach Pop.
Yeah, so this, that Olympics, that's not even worth watching.
Well, in the flu game, he wasn't flu, he just fucking hung over his shit.
Nah, bro, that was flu.
Nah, come on.
That was flu.
Come on, man.
Either way, he did his thing.
Yeah, either way.
Either way, and so he did. That's not a question.
Have you ever tried to play basketball hungover?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, even though Brett Favre started his first college game, that he came back, beat Auburn from Southern Miss, and he was hungover. When you third string quarterback, you ain't expecting to play, and then both players get hurt. You're like, oh.
My pops told me about because my pops from the same town. He's like, yeah, man. When Brett Favre got picked up by Southern Miss, there was this bar in town. He just walked in there. It's a hot shot, cocky kid. Just whips his dick out on the fucking bar and starts pissing everywhere. Like, I'm the greatest of all time. And
this when he got
picked up by Southern Miss.
Wow. So you haven't even done anything yet.
So a lot of people in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, man, they do not like him. Even though he's I don't know. Nah, man. Nah.
He's got all that Wrangler money, man. Someone likes him.
But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I think my camera's about to die.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
So, hit us up on all social media websites, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter's, Turf Toe Show.
Subscribe, share, listen, talk to us.
Are you?
Yeah, you can hit us up on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Pinecast. I'm trying to get us on SoundCloud and Spotify. So, yeah.
Make sure you argue this guy.
Yeah.
Right, you can't argue with the amalgamation of Skip Bayless and Will Kane put together. Wrapped inside the covering of Deion Sanders, son. I am.
I can't.
Yeah, so you should argue with that because that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Arguing that.
You just mad 'cause I'm right.
No, you're definitely not.
If you go back and listen to Turf Toe
definitely
Show
not.
episode 3, I called the Eagles were going to win the whole thing. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And then,
I called that.
saying that when Wentz got hurt? No.
I called it though.
Right. Switched up.
Anyway,
I still called it.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.